Welcome to Shaf Man TV. Thanks a lot for joining me today. Today I'm going to look at Crystal Palace and their chances for the forthcoming season. Obviously, Roy Hodgson's left and has been replaced with Patrick Vieira. Hodgson's done a really good job of using his experience to keep Crystal Palace in the Premier League. And it looks like with Vieira as the manager, they've pushed out the boat a little bit. They've spent almost £70 million on players. And it looks like they've backed Vieira and maybe they want to move up the division a little bit, not just be perennial avoiding relegation contenders and actually try to maybe move into mid-table, maybe move into Europe. So let's have a look at who they've signed. As I say, they spent about £66 million. They signed the impressive Joachim Andersen from Lyon. He was on loan at Fulham last season. I think he's a really good defender. They've signed Edouard from Celtic for almost £15 million. Had a great debut, scored twice. We've signed a few younger players like Michael Olise from Reading, almost £8.5 million. The experienced Will Hughes from Watford for £6.3 million. They've got the very impressive Conor Gallagher on loan from Chelsea. He's started well. Looks like a good player. And they've got Mark Guhi from Chelsea for £21 million. So they've spent a lot of money. Obviously, when Hodgson left, they lost quite a lot of their mainstay players. So Andros Townsend went to Everton, Van Aanholt left, Mamadou Sakho, Cahill, Scott Dan. So they've lost a lot of those players that you were that were synonymous with Crystal Palace. And obviously, like, if you look at Crystal Palace, you can't really look beyond Wilfried Zaha. You know, really class player, amazing stats, amazing ability, and they're pretty lucky to have kept hold of him. Maybe the boat's gone in terms of like him moving to a Champions League club, but he's amazing. And then also, unlucky to be injured. Eze was injured last season and on the verge of potentially getting a call up to the England squad for the Euros. Great find, great young player, can travel with the ball, skillful. If you can add finishing, he could play at a much higher level than Crystal Palace. So all that being said, new manager, always a bit of a risk. They've started okay. I think that there will be 3 teams that are worse than them, so I think they'll stay up. Where they'll finish in the league is really hard for me to say. On paper, they have now like some pretty good players, so they should really finish mid-table, but they might overachieve, finish top 8. They might struggle, finish sort of 14th, 15th, but I think they'll stay in the league. They could do something in the cups. You know, maybe the League Cup could be a way for them to pick up a bit of silverware. But it looks like they've backed Vieira and they should be in for a pretty decent season. It also, I'd imagine that the style of play will change. Roy Hodgson had a very distinct style of play. They were really well drilled, really hard to play against. They played on the break away from home, got a few impressive wins against City at the Etihad, and you know, they've beaten United in the past sort of 2 or 3 years at Old Trafford. So they were a really hard team to play against. And so I imagine that they'll be a little bit more expansive this year. But I suspect they'll finish mid-table, maybe go for a cup, and maybe keep building for next season with Vieira. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please pop your views in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos about the Premier League clubs and about transfer speculation, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.